have movement. This is Carrie Werner, and this is Chris, Becca's boyfriend.
Oh, hi. We got the governor.
That is. There, we're cooking with fire, baby. And we're here in Iowa, next to a cornfield, to bring you Fayetteville race recap. Like I said, we're in Iowa. It's Friday morning, the morning before the Musco Lights Friday night C1. So we got to Fayetteville on Monday night. We drove 4 hours after the race on Sunday in Waterloo. And then we finished the drive with a full day on Monday. And then we made it to the venue Tuesday morning. So a lot of movement after the World Cup on Sunday. Regardless, we got to the venue and got all set up with the camper. Did a course pre-ride, and the course was super dry and super fast and file treads, and it was setting up to be a dry dirt crit. Then we slept and woke up Wednesday morning. The rain started coming down. But even for the women's Even for the women's pre-ride at 10:30, the course was still dry, and Beck even told me that I should...
You should just go take a nap.
Okay. So I didn't take a nap, but I did not pre-ride, and I just didn't think it was worth the energy to do that. Yeah, I just kind of watched the rain come down, told Spencer to put some muds on. I'm going to start on babies, have Limus's in the pit. Okay. And waited for the start. It rained the entire women's race.
Victory is mine! Oh no!
You understand what I'm dealing with now. So it rained the entire women's race, and so when we towed the line, it had actually stopped raining, but it was still really, really wet. I was once again on the front row, which was really sweet. Shermie and Emily even got on the live stream, which was really cool. But anyway, off the line, I had a good start. Found myself inside the top 10, past the first couple corners, and into the big downhill off the start. It was like a solid 1.5 minute downhill. Throughout the course of the day, it was just getting rutted up. Every corner was like foot out, trying to catch a rut. Right at the bottom of that downhill, you started a 1.5 minute long climb up to pit 1. So I made it into the top 10 to the bottom of that climb, and then once we started climbing, my front of the race prospect started to slip away. It was just heavy. Traction was really hard to come by on the climb. Yeah, just low cadence, like really torquey effort up to the top. Early on, I found myself right around 20th, mid-20s, and that's kind of where I stayed the whole race. This is kind of a mid-pack perspective. From pit 1, we hit a little bump up, down, and back over this bump. It was very like Switzerland World Championships. Going up over this bump was really the only off-camber on the course. I should say there wasn't really anything technical about this course. Pretty straightforward and kind of boring. The mud definitely made it more interesting, but had it been dry, it would have been, I don't know, just a big group race.
Can I make a cameo appearance?
Sure.
There were upty-doos!
It's the little things. So then the back half of the course, you brought it around, and then we hit the 39 stair feature and had a big drop off the top of that. And then we brought it back to pit 2, turned around what they are terming Stonehenge, and it's just this like spirally little bit that goes around some rock features, and then into the start straight again. The big thing on my mind all day was like just staying smooth. Guys would go up the road and then they would come back, just because it was really easy to lose time on this course, because as soon as you got offline, it was so heavy that you're just like immediately coming backwards. Also, just putting a lot of power down to make it up that climb would maybe serve you well immediately, but then a half a lap later could really, really hurt you. So it was really just this game of kind of riding your own pace and using other people as kind of a meter to see what more you think you could squeeze out of yourself. So I did that for the whole race, drifting back into a group that eventually was fighting for 23rd. It's me and Lance and an Italian rider. While we were riding as a group, it still felt like we were each riding our own race individually. Every lap, you could never really like pin down a line. You were always jumping back and forth trying to find what was the path of least resistance. And so coming into the final lap, Lance and I and the Italian rider were kind of going at it for our best finish in the group. Lance and I linked up on the stairs, and I was pretty keen to keep the Italian away from us. I wanted us to finish 1-2 and Americans. Did a hard pull off the stair drop to pit 2 with Lance on my wheel, but as soon as I hit a corner out of pit 2, I felt the air go out of my tire, so a pretty immediate flat. I think I just hit something sharp in that corner and it just poked a hole in my tire. I had great traction out of that corner and moving forward, but at the same time I was definitely moving a bit slower. So I pulled Lance all the way to the finish straight, hoping he would dust the Italian rider in the sprint. Unfortunately, the Italian rider got both of us. Lance finished 24th and I finished 25th on the day. Not a super good result to write home about, but I do struggle with these race conditions. While I do like it muddy, there's this fine line between heavy mud and just slick mud, and I definitely fall more into the slick mud category. So faster speeds, slick corners, that's my jam. This like super heavy tractor pull, kind of no pedal strokes off racing is not a strong suit of mine. So something I got to work on, and luckily I've got a lot of season left to do it. And yeah, like I said, we're here, it's Jingle. So we got C1 race tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna do the C2, and then finally the World Cup on Sunday to end the cyclocross stage race of America. 6 races in 9 days. Ask me on Sunday if that was a good idea or not. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you at the next one.